Say hi. Hey happy hearts, it is Kylie here and I am back with a plant video today. My goal was to get at least 2 videos up this month, so it is crunch time because the month is almost over and I needed to post something. One of the videos I was going to do was like a plant care video, but my plants were really needing the care and I was not about to hold off until I got a chance to film. I have mom brain right now. I am pregnant with baby number 3. I am due in January, so it is crunch time to be making videos at the moment. So I just want to come on here and tell you guys, if you are new here, I don't make videos very regularly. I try to, but it's really hard. Pretty soon, I'm sure I will be able to get a better schedule going, but until then, it's going to be a bit of a struggle. I think when I started my YouTube channel, my oldest was 2.5, maybe 3. And that was like the perfect time because she wanted to be involved, she wanted to help, but I could also distract her enough to where she could go in a different room. And does that make any sense? I guess it was just a little bit easier. It's really hard to make plant content right now with a little baby who maybe sleeps about a 2-hour nap, and getting set up for videos and all of that is just, it's a whirlwind, okay? So I don't post very often. If you would like to subscribe, that would be awesome. But if you hit the notification bell after you subscribe, you will be notified every time I do make an upload, which is very sporadically. So you would be notified right away when I make an upload. But anyway, I'm gonna get right into this video. Today is going to be a planty update video for fall going into the winter months because it's gloomy outside. It's bad. We are getting into the thick of it when it comes to little light and cold weather. So I needed to do this video before we get into the uh-ohs of winter and plant care. So I've been a lot better about taking care of my plants. But in this tote right here, I have all of my Hoya that I was propagating about 2 years ago. And some of them, you know, are recent propagations that I just recently started. But yeah, they have not gotten out of this tote. They've been living in this tote since the move. And with that being said, all of these plants in here, I think, have flat mites. I'm not 100% sure. I don't have a microscope to check, but I do think they do have flat mites. So I do need to go ahead and do another sulfur treatment on this tote, and then wait 6 weeks, I think, and then do another sulfur treatment to get rid of all of the flat mites that are in here. I don't know. That would be my guess. Just because of some of the damage that I've been seeing on them, I want to make sure that I'm not introducing flat mites to any of my other plants before they come out of this tote. So I will be doing that plant care at some point, but not today. So instead, I'm just going to share with you guys what's been going on in this tote and what's been happening. Is there any good news? Is there any bad news? Oh, let me share with you. So I have a Hoya Louis Boyce, and it wasn't doing so good for the longest time. And outside of one of my videos, I decided to go ahead and chop it up and try to propagate it. And I'm not kidding you guys when I thought that I wasn't going to get anything to root because of how badly this plant was prior to me starting it. But as you can see, there's quite a few of them that do not look good and probably did not survive my chop and prop sort of situation. But this one right here does have a new little spot, a new growth point. I don't think it wants to focus on that piece because of my face, but I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, this one did root, thankfully. At least I'll have one saving grace at least of this plant, because I am not sure much of it did survive. Like I said, it was very, very dehydrated, and like the leaves were paper thin to the point where I'm just shocked that at least one of them survived. Anyway, so that's good. I mean, it's all right. This is my Hoya Parasitica Heartleaf Splash. And this one was a 2-leafer for the longest time, and I think in my updates video, this one was still a 2-leafer. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was only 2 leaves. And now I have this beautiful, beautiful 3rd leaf now. So that's exciting. But as you can see on the back, there is something damaging these plants. So I do need to do that sulfur treatment, like I said. The Fuensis doesn't look any different. It looks the same. If anything, it looks still pretty sick, but these leaves were pretty sick looking to begin with. So nothing to update on this one. This is my Hoya Kalita or something like that. I can't remember what it's called, but it has the really cool veination on this plant. And this is the plant that came from Indonesia, I think, as like an import. And the import plants is probably where my issue with the flat mites started to come in to play, because as you can see on the back of these Hoya, they just kind of look like they've been getting eaten up by something. But I don't see anything crawling, and I don't see something with my naked eye, you know? So that is another reason why I have this funny feeling I have flat mites. But there is a couple new growth points. I don't even think you're going to be able to see that one right there. It's just right there. Like my nail is right behind it. It is so tiny, so I don't think you'll be able to see that. But this one's doing good. It looks healthy. It feels healthy. It hasn't really done a whole lot for me lately, but it's good. This is my Hoya, I don't know, maybe this is my Hoya Kalita. I can't read that, it's gone. But I thought this was like my Hoya Irina. I don't know, but this plant came like this. So this is not like new damage. Yes, there are a bunch of fruit flies and whatnot. But these are new leaves on here, because pretty sure when I updated you guys last time, I don't remember these leaves being on this plant. So that's really, really awesome. But like I said, something is eating at these plants. I don't know, you guys. This is my Hoya Cypringensis. This is one that I ended up rerooting recently, because it was in a pot that never had a drainage hole, and it was in that pot for probably 2 years, and then ended up not being able to intake water, so I just went and redid it. So this one's got really, really nice sun stressing. There is a new growth point right here. You can see that. But yeah, so definitely a fun one. And I'm glad that this one is finally growing for me and doing something, because, I mean, look at how cute that is. I didn't even realize how cute that plant was until I put it in here and started growing it better. Then there's this one. I don't know, you guys. Like, this is one of those types of plants that make me just want to throw it out and like, It just looks sick. It looks like it's diseased or something. I don't know. I want to say this is Fitchii longleaf or something. I don't know, but look at the back of that one. Like, you can see there's something going on. So that's an update on this one. Don't remember the name of it. It's a Hoya though, so. All right. So this is my Hoya EPC 301 Blackleaf, I believe. I don't know. Hoya Blackleaf is the one that I've called it. But I've got this new leaf right here, and I believe this, maybe not this one, but I definitely got these two new leaves off of this plant recently. It is such a pretty plant. This one still has sulfur from the last time I gave it a sulfur treatment, so struggling at getting that stuff figured out, but it is kind of sun stressing, and as you can see around the edges, it's looking really, really nice. That is the kind of plant this is. It has just like a dark black edging. It's really, really pretty, and I do have some tendrils here that do not have any leaves growing on it. Maybe that part could be a leaf, but it might also be a bloom. I don't know. To me, it looks like a leaf, but the way that it's forming could also mean it's trying to bloom. But anyways, this is my Hoya Michelle. For those of you guys who have seen my plant or my Hoya collection video, you guys know, you would know that my Hoya Michelle was just this one and this one. And recently it has given me this leaf, which is pretty funky, and I don't know. I think it might be just damaged from being so tight in here. But then it also has given me this one, which, as you can see, the damage on the leaf is what's making me think there is still something going on with these plants. But anyway, there's also a new growth point right there. Super fun. I do like that, but I need to get on top of the sulfur treatment ASAP. Hoya Michelle. This one used to be a one leafer for me for the longest time, maybe even two leafers for a long time, but I recently have been blessed with some beautiful new leaves here. So I'm thinking it's just this one right here, this one right here. This one's just a little bit older than this one. And then this is the newest one. And then if you lift that up, right there where my thumb is, you can see another growth point. It did, I think, nub off at the top here. So I'll probably just chop this back to encourage more growth from a different place. So yeah, I mean, it's already starting to grow more in this corner here. That one right there. So it's not like it needs to be encouraged. It's already trying to, but just for aesthetic purposes, chopping this one off would be really, really nice. My Hoya Hay Yellow Pink. This one hasn't really done anything else for me this year. It shot this tendril out, and that's been it. There's nothing else to it. I'm pretty sure these leaves right here have already been on this plant for quite some time. So nothing new to say about that one. Then I have this weird looking one. This is the Hoya Kengiana Elbow Marginata, but it reverted. It is no longer an elbow, and the leaves that I had that were the elbow marginata portion have died off. So it is just green. So I don't even know if I could call it elbow marginata anymore because it's not variegated anyway. But this one just has some really funky leaves. So these are the newest leaves here. This one just continues to continues to put out new growth for me. There is some new leaves coming in. They're just funky looking. Yes, that one looks like it's gonna die off, but I don't think it will. From your perspective, it looks like it's yellowing, but from my perspective, it just looks pink. So I don't really know if that's just the lighting reflecting off of it or what. But this one has bloomed for me. There is a peduncle right there, and then there is another one right there. Those are old ones, but they continue to grow flowers, or they continue to bloom off of that same peduncle, and it just grows. So when it flowers a lot, it does that a lot. My Hoya Polish Spot is giving me some new growth. I think this is one of the newer leaves that it's given me. It's nice and shiny. And then this one hasn't even hardened off yet. It's like half spotted, half not. It's really, really, really cool. I'm glad that this one's finally growing. But to me, it just kind of gives me Hoya pubicalyx vibes. So yeah, but I am glad that this one is growing and giving me new leaves. So I took my Hoya Chelsea that was in a big pot and I chopped her up because every time I watered that Hoya when it was on the shelf over there, every time I watered it, didn't matter, you know, if I was on time, it didn't matter. It was dying. So every time I'd water it, more leaves would yellow off and I completely rotted the roots, I'm sure. I didn't even check. What I ended up doing was I just took my favorite pieces from that plant and I cut them off and I rerouted them, and then I threw the rest of the plant away. I couldn't handle it. I used to love Hoya Chelsea so much, to the point where when it started to die off on me, like, I just wanted to give up on it completely. And I remember how much I loved the plant, so I decided I can't do that. I need to just save some of it because I'm going to regret it if I don't. And boy, am I glad that I did not kill it off, because, I mean, look at those leaves. This is so pretty. Like, come on. I don't know. It's looking really good now, and I'm just so happy to see how shiny they are and not sparkly, but splashy. And then we have two new leaves right here that are growing in. This one, you guys probably seen in one of my updates videos. I don't remember, but I mean, come on. Look at all these new leaves. They're just so pretty. And then a new growth point right here. Just spectacular. This one is making my heart happy again with all the new lovely leaves. Come on. But this one, because it was in the tote, also needs to have the sulfur treatment, because even though it lived on the shelf for most of its life with the rest of my Hoya, because it went into this tote, it now needs to have the same treatment as all my other Hoya in here. Hoya acuta alba marginata. Nothing has changed about you, boo. Nothing. It's the same. Still 4 leaves. That's it. Nothing special. It looks like it's trying to bloom, or it was trying to bloom. There is a tiny little bloom spike or spot there, but nothing has come of that. This one is just, I don't know. It's not one of my favorites, but ooh, yeah. At least it's still surviving, right? And then I had a big plant of Hoya Hoya that I ended up, it was doing the same thing as the Chelsea, where every time I watered it, it just seemed like it was killing off more and more leaves. I'll probably end up having to do this sort of thing, but I won't put it in here, with my Hoya linearis, because every time I water my Hoya linearis, it just looks like it's killing off more and more of its strands. And I used to have this beautiful, beautiful Hoya linearis. If you check out one of my older Hoya haul or Hoya videos, you would have seen how beautiful my Hoya linearis was. And I maybe have like 10 or 15 strands on this thing now. It's not even, no, it's not. So I went ahead and I chopped up some of my favorite pieces from my Hoya Hoya, tossed the rest, and re-rooted a little plant of it. So I basically started this plant completely over. I didn't want to hang on to the whole full mother plant either. I just wanted it gone. I wanted it gone. So yeah, that's everything in the tote. I'm gonna go ahead and put this away, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take you around my house and walk around finding all of the lovely little updates I want to share with you guys today. It won't be a super long video, but I do want to highlight some of the happier things that are going on with my plants. So stay tuned. I also wanted to hop over here before, you know, the rest of this video keeps going. Yes, I know I have my Christmas tree up in November. My daughter would not stop asking about it, wanted me to put it up so badly, and I'm a big fall girly, so I definitely was really sad to put my fall decor away. But I thought about it being, I'm already in my 3rd trimester, probably going to have this baby either end of December or early January, that I would not be wanting to put up Christmas decorations middle of December or December 1st. So yes, we do have our Christmas tree up already. So just wanted to say why we do, but let's get right into these plants over here on my plant shelf. So I do not have my stabilizer, so I'm going to try to be as stable as I possibly can. But I did go through and I wiped down all of my plant shelves so it looks nice, it's beautiful, and all the plants leaves got wiped down and everything as well. But we have some updates over here. So we have some new leaves on this Pupucalix, which is a super splashy one. This is my Hoya No ID, and as you can see right there, yes, that is my hair. Please don't come at me saying it's a web of some sort. It's not, it's my hair. We have a new leaf popping up right there on the Hoya No ID. And then let's get out of the way it's focusing. This plant right here has a new growth point. Where'd it go? Right there. Zoom you in. There is a growth point right there. So that one's really fun. That is the Hoya AH074. And then the edges have not crisped off yet, so I'm sure I'll be getting more leaves throughout the year on this one. Look at that leaf though. It's got such a weird like spottiness to its leaf, but that's kind of how it's supposed to be. Like, as you can see right here too, it's like a molt sort of effect. Very cool. This one, my Hoya Vitellina, is a new leaf right here. Really cool. I have some new leaves on this macrophylla. Like, this one's not even hardened off yet. So I know this is not a macrophylla. I think it's a villosa now. And no, this is not like a mealybug. It is like leftover something. I don't even think that's scale. I don't know. It's leftover something. This plant here is trying to bloom again for me. I think I need to pot this in a bigger pot pretty soon because I did get 2 new leaves, but you guys have already seen those too. So yes. Go over here. This is my Hoya australis Brookfield. There is a new growth point right there. And where did it go? Oh, some new leaves right there. Super exciting. Nothing crazy going on here. We did have these new leaves, but I'm pretty sure you guys have already seen them when I repotted this Hoya. And I did wipe down these leaves, so I don't know why they still look splashy, but who cares? These two on my Hoya obscura are new leaves, so those are super exciting. I want to see if they are going to sun stress like the ones that were there previously, like that one, but I'm not sure. And there is a healthy growth point on this plant as well. So that is good news. Nothing crazy going on over here. I think this is a little leaf coming in right there on the end of my Hoya Sunrise. This plant has seen better days. You guys remember in my previous videos, this one used to be beautiful. Now she looks real sad. But my Hoya Gray Ghost, let's check out these new leaves. Like, look at how shiny and pretty these are. Super happy with the 2 newest leaves on this plant. They're so silvery. Gotta love it. Okay, so now we're going over here. This is my Hoya villosa. You guys have already seen these leaves, but they have, I think, finished off hardening. I don't know. It's so hard to see with this lighting, but they are so pretty. They do have some new leaf spots, but I'm not sure if they are dying off or not, because this one kind of tends to look more yellow when the new leaves come on, but we will see. Hoya Motosecchia, you guys have seen this one previously when I repotted it, so I think if anything, these are leaves that just finished growing in, so super fun. Nothing too crazy on this one. No. This is the Hoya Sarawak. Yep, Hoya Sarawak. And then Manny Parensis is looking a lot better now. Happy about that. I think I'm keeping up with the watering on that one now. My crinkle 8 is still trying to bloom. I don't know, you guys. This one seems to be doing a lot better since I repotted it. So that's really nice. I did end up chopping this Hoya Kamingana all the way to that spot there. So it was just growing all the way out to like back here, and I was hitting it all the time, and I just couldn't have that. Oh, some more new leaves coming in on this plant. Another growth point there. This one just grows just crazy. But yeah, so I did chop this up, and I did that off camera, and I put the pieces in here. Definitely needs to get some aeration. It stays very moist in there, but it has rooted and started to put out more growth. So we'll see if this one starts to grow too, because there's 2 pieces of that plant up there. The rest of them are pretty much the same. This golden eye still has that same new leaf. I don't know, you guys. It's not even really hardened off either completely, so I don't know how long it takes for these leaves to come in. I mean, they're massive, so it might take a while. But yeah, so this is what I did with the extra varicosum cuttings that I did in my last plant repot video. But that is everything over here that I wanted to share with you guys. This philodendron 69686 is coming in with a new leaf, so I'm hoping to start getting some of these ears back, but we'll see. Oh no, sticky on the bottom like a sap. Uh-oh. Okay, let's go check out some other places. Alrighty, so I'm in my bedroom. I only have these 2 plants up here on our dresser. Yes, our dresser looks like crap, but whatever. I've been working on a granny square project here for a blanket, so pretty soon I'll have a big old stack of those granny squares. But right here we have a new leaf coming in on this guy right here, one of my favorite plants ever. This one gets really light, south-facing light. It's not very strong, so I'm thinking I might have to bring them closer this winter. I mean, as you can see with this Adiba Puensi, the leaves are getting smaller. So here is the newest leaf on that one. I got 2 new growth points for that plant, so pretty good, but I'm really excited to see how big this one gets, and if it's smaller than this one right here, I am probably going to be bringing it closer to the light. So we are in the area that I have updated you guys once before, but we have some new updates here. So the leaves on this Piper here have grown in. This was one of the newer ones that you guys saw last time that were coming in. And now we've got some big old leaves coming in underneath. Anything that's super fuzzy is a new leaf coming in. So I think there's 3 or 4 new leaves coming in right there. I don't remember. I think it's for sure 3. This begonia is starting to look a lot better too. It was a 1-leafer for a long time, or 2-leaf. I can't remember. But now I've got some baby leaves coming in, and that's super exciting. This one right here, sorry you guys can see the reflection there. It's got quite a few new leaves coming in. I'm trying to there we go. couple of new leaves coming in, 2 down here. It's wanting to focus, maybe. 2 over there. There's one right there. There's one underneath. Oh, yeah. Anyway, that one is doing really good. So that's exciting. This plant, however, this Rhaphidophora, I don't remember. That's terrible of me. Has a new growth point on this side right here. So it's starting to root itself onto the bark. And then I need to clean this window, you guys. That one right there has also started growing, and hopefully it'll attach itself to the bark as well. No updates for the Hoya serpens that I'm trying out in here. A part of me feels like it just might be too moist in this terrarium thing, because the dirt doesn't really dry out very well. So this is kind of an experiment with the serpens. We'll see if it ends up doing anything, but I don't think so. Let's hope it just doesn't die off though. The air plant is looking super hydrated. You will know when an air plant needs to be hydrated when it looks really silver. Like towards the bottom of this plant, you can see all of the silver specks. The leaves of a air plant will also look very silver if it's being dehydrated. So this one is just doing really good. So I haven't even really needed to water it very often. And then the begonia that's back here is growing a new leaf, but this one seems to be doing the worst out of the begonias in this area. I don't know. I mean, that begonia is all right. It's got a couple new leaves coming in. And there's the other part of that plant, and that one is doing really good as well. Another look at the new plant, or the new leaves. But yeah, so I would say overall a really good update on the plants in here. So ignore how dirty this is. We just took out the AC units not too long ago, but we have my Hoya obovata right here, and this one is a very, very slow grower. This is one of the newer leaves on it. As you can see, it's a lot darker here, and we have a growth point right behind there, and then we also have this new leaf. If it'll focus on the leaf and not something in the background. Let's see. Yeah, so that is a new leaf coming in on the obovata, which is really exciting. And then we do have this spot here that gets new growth as well. And then there is a growth point, or a growth nub right there on the top of that one. So this one is doing really, really good. It hangs up here in my south-facing window. Let's see. This cactus is doing really, really good. I also hung this up here because where it was in the previous video, you would have seen that it was just sitting or chilling on a table, and a part of me was a little nervous that my daughter would get her hands into all of this beautiful, like, I don't know, it's soft, but it's also pokey. So hold on a second while I step up here, because we do have this part that is all new. So it is growing a whole new little nub in between these. And so I gotta figure out how to like lift it up so then it starts to grow up and over the side. But it's just not long enough. Oh my God, there's another one. Sorry. You guys, that shocked me. I was not expecting there to be another nub underneath there. But, oh my, yeah, it's got two little pieces here. So, oh, yeah, one right down there. And then that one. Wow, that's exciting. I don't really know what's going on right here. I think it just got some damage from like hitting something, but I cannot be 100% sure with cactus sometimes. So yes, I am obsessed with this plant. I'm so excited that it's growing so well for me. Yeah. And then my Hoya carnosa is just looking a little bit sun-stressed. It went a little too long without having some water. So, yeah. Some of these leaves are looking a little bleached, but they're holding water still. So I do know it is being, well, it's still healthy. So yeah, I'm not too worried about it. If anything, it's still looking really good. That's as big as it's gotten. So hopefully someday I can update you guys with a even bigger pot of Hoya carnosa, but we'll see. And for my bedside table, this is where I decided to put the Philodendron verrucosum. We will see how this one does. I think I put it into shock, taking it out of the propagation vessel it was in for as long as it was, because I'm losing quite a few leaves down there at the bottom. So we will see. This one is an experiment. I told you guys when I was doing it that it was a bad idea, but we'll see. This Phalaenopsis orchid, it's a variegated Phalaenopsis orchid, is doing really good. It's got a new leaf coming in right there. And then the growth spot or growth spike on this plant, let's see. Are you gonna focus for me or what? There you go. Okay, so I was saying the growth spike or the flower spike, man, I cannot talk today, is not drying up. So I'm hoping that I'll get a new, I'll get some flowers maybe this winter. We will see. This is one of my favorite orchids by far because of the variegation on it. So I'm hoping I can keep it alive. And then the Synapsis, Pictus exotica, and Silver Splash. There's like a mixture of both of those plants in here. Yeah. Those ones are doing pretty decent. I will need to water this soon, but it hasn't really done a whole lot since we repotted it. So I think I'm going to water it and see how it goes from there. So over here, this is kind of like right above where my kids' toy stuff is. So this place kind of gets the least amount of light. This right here is a north-facing window, so it gets pretty terrible lighting. The Monstera is doing all right. The leaves aren't getting any bigger. They're not like perfect, because obviously these are some of the older ones and this is one of the newer ones. So the fenestrations are probably getting smaller, but it's doing okay. I would love to have like a Soul Tech grow light or one of those pendant grow lights hanging from over here just to give this a little more light. But for now, that is not in my budget, so we are waiting a little longer for that. But this is my Hoya, my Monstera elbow chunk. That, oh, hold on. I don't know if you'll be able to see. There's some white in it, so it's not completely like reverted. I don't think I'll ever get any white on this plant, but we do have a new leaf coming in right here, so fingers crossed it has some variegation. Maybe, probably not. I can keep hoping, because maybe one day that white will start coming through. I don't know, you guys. I could hope, right? I can hope. All right, now I'm sorry you have the yellow lighting from the lights, but it is so gloomy out that it's so hard to see. The Philodendron gloriosum is still working on pushing that leaf out, so keep you guys updated. Maybe on my Instagram, I'll post a picture of it when it does. But recently, I got a new leaf on this Thai constellation. I don't really know. The fenestrations are gone. See? So I don't really know, you guys. This is getting like dappled south-facing light. Yeah, there's the Hoya linearis that I was telling you guys about earlier. It just doesn't look very good, you guys. Hoya Bella still doing all right. That was like the newest leaf right there, the two right there. This one's still doing good. I'm glad it didn't bloom for me because the blooms are a mess. And then I have my Easter cactus over here. Then I moved this plant over here because my youngest was ripping apart the leaves on this plant. So yeah, this is the newest baby though for this one. It's not even hardened off yet. Still super, super light. Oh my goodness. Oh, pregnancy, I swear. There's just like there's so much more to deal with your stomach and everything internal. But yeah, so this plant just gets destroyed. And I have to move this plant before the dogs come today. So the dogs will probably, well, this plant will probably go downstairs just for the time being for them. I don't know, you guys. Over here, this guy right here is just so happy that I did the change of the plant pot, and there is a new growth point, you guys. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that. But yes, I'm so excited to see if this one's going to continue to grow for me, because I mean, come on. That is stunning. Please ignore this. I need to clean it out and get it ready for winter because we'll be using that. But we have really hard water, so that is all hard water and not even like green. It's brown. Okay, so we got some Hoyas over here. Nothing really too crazy going on with the Hoyas, but this plant, however, started to grow. I don't know if you can see the little tiny, like, I don't even know if you call them leaves on that one, but those were there. So I know it started to grow on that one. I was gonna show you, but it turns out there is a tiny little ladybug happily chilling on this euphorbia. But that, where the ladybug is all new growth. So this whole section there is new. Everything that has like a little bit of pink on it, that's all new. We had a ton of ladybugs coming into the house when it started to get cooler out. And well, clearly that one wanted to show its face today, but yes, a new growth point on that euphorbia, which means it is doing good in this cement pot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then we have the Thanksgiving cactus here. There is some blooms. I just recently repotted this because it was dying left and right, and I really wanted it to bloom for me this year. And I was getting really worried that I was just killing it, but I think it just needed a repot. It wasn't holding any water in the soil it was in. And so now that I've done that, it seems to be a lot happier, and obviously is throwing out some bloom spots. There's one right here, one right there, one right there. It's not gonna be crazy this year, I don't think, because of how sad it was, but yeah. Okay, this is my variegated lemon tree. This one, I am really hoping I get, I don't know if you can see that, a lemon. This one is died off on that end, but then you have this one. I don't know, maybe I'll get a lemon. There is another bloom right there. Oh. So maybe I'll get some lemons. Oh, this is a new leaf. It's a lot happier in this spot this year. So yeah, this plant used to be beautiful, by the way. And now within the past 2 or 3 years, it's seen better days. There is another little lemon. I don't know. I'm hoping I get lemons from this one. You guys pray for me because, yeah, we have this dead leaf though. Kinsey really likes to come plant in this area. So I lose a lot of leaves, and I'm worried that she's gonna poke herself in this. But I do need to take care of this, bring it away, probably downstairs, along with some of the plants that are on the ground here because of the dogs. But yeah. Okay, so the last 2 plants here are my, you guys, my arms have been raised for too long and I am running out of breath. These are the last 2 plants I want to update you guys on. Of course, the pothos, I wanted to get a better view of it because she's just so beautiful. She's so long and luscious. And then the pothos over there is doing really, really good. It's super happy in that spot compared to the previous spot. So we're gonna see, you know, in the next few months how much this one is growing for me in this spot, because it's been looking like that for quite some time. So yeah. Alrighty, you guys, so thank you so much for tuning into today's video. I'm sorry I started to get out of breath towards the end of it, but I am super grateful for all of the plants that are continuing to show me some love lately. It's really making me want to put more effort into caring for them. I went through a very terrible time of just neglect for my plants, and I'm really grateful that they are still showing me love regardless of what I put them through. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up If you aren't already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified anytime I do make an upload. Like I said at the beginning, my upload schedule is kind of all over the place. I only can film when I'm given the chance to, so it's kind of more difficult for me to film content regularly, especially with, oh my god, damn pregnancy. It's a struggle. It's a struggle. It was like not hiccups, but they were there and they make it really hard for me to talk. But yeah, so yeah. I'm just gonna go. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!